Morning, everybody. We are going to do a oil change on this Royal Star Tour Deluxe to get ready. That young man right there is going to ride it on the trip. So we're going to do an oil change on this guy. So if you want to see how, watch this video. You just want to start out, let it warm up for a few minutes. That's all you got to do. Let her warm up. Okay. Okay. We let this thing warm up for.
We've got a lucky crack for the top of this sucker.
Okay, we let this thing warm up for a few minutes for intermission.
That's a cooler on That's a perfect size.
It is. We're gonna take.
Look at this. Oh man! But look at this.
We're gonna take this. We're gonna take this trunk and we're gonna put it on that gorgeous concourse right there.
I know. Let's see what we got.
We'll throw this up there. Does that roughly?
Oh, this is gonna be.
Let's see what it looks like.
Oh.
Crescent wrench, Brian.
Oh.
Man, too bad we couldn't get it like right here.
Seat offs aren't cut.
There's a rail. Let's get a rail system and.
Well, now you have room to put your gym bag though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, I could almost go vertical.
And these come.
That's the way mine will be.
Oh.
Standing upright.
Whoa.
Yep. Go with it.
Okay, but anyway, back to the. This is what you need. You need an oil, something to cut, catch your oil in. The 17 socket for your plug. You need your oil filter wrench, the filter itself, and we're putting some high quality, 15W40. We're putting some of that in the bike. That's what. Isn't that about all you need, G? That's about it, isn't it?
I did a crescent wrench just on the fill plugs. It was real tight.
Oh, okay.
That was it.
Shit, I don't even
So this
know.
was real tight, and so I just did a crescent. So you can
All right.
grab that, but
And
that's,
then-
so that's just hand right now.
Just by hand. And then, where's the plug?
Drain plug, I think, is right here, and then oil filters right here.
All right.
So it's all nice and close.
Does it fit?
Yeah.
Just barely?
Yeah, just barely. Let me pop this loose. 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's not bad.
Don't break your plug loose.
Yeah, and then I try to. I don't like to let the plug drop in the oil because then you got to fish around for it.
Yeah. And the oil might be a little hot after running it for a while, huh?
Yeah, I just get out. I usually, and you want to make sure. Sometimes they have a copper washer, and this one does not.
Like a sealing washer?
Yeah, but this one does not. And now sometimes there'll be a magnet here, just for metal shavings. So you can check that. Ooh.
We're gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4.
So we're draining now.
When you drain it, crack your fill plug so it can let air, drain a little quicker.
Yeah, I just have this hand tight.
Yeah, that's all we will need.
Filters here.
Yeah.
So I moved the pan because I still have the oil draining.
Yeah.
That way I could do both at the same time. And then I broke it loose with the pliers. Then you can reach in there.
You may not even need them, huh? Some people don't even put them on that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think they recommend hand tight because you have an O-ring.
Yeah.
And then spin it off. I already drained some. You can crack it loose and then break that seal and kind of pull your hand out, let it drain.
Oh, there you go.
Just so you're not. And then pull it out of there. See, you'll get it somehow. It's pretty tight. Okay, there's that. Get that off. That's the old one there.
Then let that drain too.
Yeah.
Yeah, what you want to do is you want to pour your new oil in there. And that way there, it pre-charges your filter. And that'll soak in. And then when you put that on your bike, it'll get oil to your engine that much quicker. Okay.
And then
Here's our new one.
So there's the new one. You thread that one on.
See it kind of dripping a little bit, but and then
I think go as wide as we can.
before I put that on too, I like to clean that sealing surface for the O-ring.
You smear just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah, of that newer oil.
Yeah.
You can use your old stuff too. I don't think it makes a.
When we do this
So-
one,
And then I don't know what
I think
size
we're gonna
that.
be sitting really, really good.
This is. Oh no, open end. So you could take these pliers
Yeah.
and turn it, but
I think that might be
There's
better.
so get it as tight as you can by hand.
We want to measure that so we know.
And then you
where-
just use those to just snug it up, right? You don't,
Yeah, I just barely put a turn on it. So I go right at the end. That's the kind of the strong part where it's made for a plier. And then just like a quarter turn, eighth of a turn, just like that.
There you go.
And you can fill it up, run it, make sure you don't have any leaks. And if you do, you can tighten it more, but it doesn't usually need much. I just wipe it down one more time. That way you don't have any residual dripping.
So if you look again, you know that it's new and
We're only gonna have the
you gotta
bracket,
tighten
you know?
some up.
Yeah. So I think we're done draining. You can put your plug back in, get the pan out of your way.
And this, you could use a crush washer, but this one doesn't look like it has a crush
Yep,
washer.
I think it's just face to face. Yep.
Huh. Okay.
So let's throw this in.
Okay. Let's see here.
And then I'll usually roll them down here. I'll get this out of your way. Yeah, I think that's fine.
That's the white.
Oh, I'm sure.
Okay, so Brian, we need your engineering mind.
Okay.
So I'll usually wipe this really good. That way when you fire it up after you fill the oil, you can see any leaks.
What if we
But
use these?
put a couple turns on that, and I'm sure there's a torque spec, but same thing, just like the filter, just good and snug, just like
That's
that.
what I'm thinking.
And then, like I said, wipe it down one more time. Then you can fill your oil, fire it up, let it get nice and hot, and you'll see any leaks right away if it's not all nice and clean.
Okay, now we have the important part I forgot to mention. You need a tool called a funnel.
Yeah. Yeah, we forgot to mention the funnel.
You want me to hold it or?
Might. If I can wedge it. That's fine.
Is that all right?
I just don't want it to fall.
Yeah.
So 3.9, and I already filled some.
Yeah. So that's about 4 quarts right there. And then this bike, we think it needs 3.9. I'll put it in the video how much oil it should take, but we think it's 3.9.
Yep, 2 1/4.
And just take your time.
Yeah, those clutch plates are right up against the funnel, so it kind of takes a while to fill.
Yeah. Brand new oil. We're gonna put this bike to the test. It's going on a
Now,
long trip. What states are we going to, guys?
Washington, Idaho, Montana, Wyoming, South Dakota, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, Arizona, Utah, Nevada, California, Oregon. I think we're hitting all 11 Western.
Okay, and then just start her up real quick, and then just let it run for a minute or two. Let that new oil cycle inside the engine and stuff. But and then we'll check the level.
Check for leaks too.
Yeah. We're trying to. Okay, after your bike sits for a little bit, after you run it.
Yeah, see, I can't even see it in there now.
Yep.
See right in there.
So probably what, a quart?
Yeah, go with half.
Right in there is the little sight window. And that's where you want to look and see where your oil level is inside the sight window. And you want, what is it, 3/4 of the way up?
I only
Yeah,
have
you
a
want it to
quart
be
and a
about
half
3/4.
left.
Oh,
And it
that's
said
fine.
it called for 4, so that means I'm only half a quart away.
Yeah. In there, you might need to use a flashlight.
Yeah, because I can. I mean, it's just barely in the bottom.
See it right down there?
Throw a little bit more.
Yeah, you can just barely see it.
Okay, do her again. How much does it say it's supposed to hold?
3.9, so almost 4,
Oh,
almost this
yeah.
whole
Yeah,
thing.
it's gonna probably take up the whole fucking. It's thirsty.
Because it's a Yamaha.
I always think of when I hear Yamaha, I always think every time of Thunderstruck when
Here, get the flashlight in there so we can show people.
Crazy Canadian, remember his Mountain Max is rolling down the chute?
Yeah.
And he's like, Yamaha! and it's just going boom, 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 boom.
When he got to the top of that crazy,
it's coming
crazy
up.
climb.
He did it then too.
Yeah.
What is it, about a third of the way now?
Yeah, almost half. We could probably go.
Yeah, give her a little bit more.
Are you holding it level, brother?
I think so. Look, I don't have a level on the goddamn thing that looks level, okay?
Yeah, it looks pretty good.
For a Japanese bike, it's good.
Yeah.
It was like, how
It'll be
many
fine.
how many people does it take
That's probably good.
to do an oil change? We had 3 because each one of us was holding a beer yesterday. We were doing, what were we? We were doing the setback riser kit on that gorgeous concourse.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's probably plenty.
Is it?
You're about half.
Because I'm not even empty yet.
Oh.
Yeah, I think you're right.
You're just at half. Right? Like perfect half.
Well, you wanted it about 3/4. Believe me, it's gonna get a hard workout.
Every ounce we probably want.
You're just gonna
You
fill
want to go to about 3/4.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it calls for 3.9, so we're probably pretty close.
What, is there a filter?
Yeah.
Yeah, he already did the
Oh,
filter.
you changed that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did the
Well,
filter.
then you start it up, that'll suck your oil.
And he pre-soaked the filter too.
Oh, okay.
That's probably about 3/4.
Does that look like 3/4?
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably perfect.
Give her a splash more.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's almost done draining in.
We're about 3/4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep, perfect. Nice and gold.
Good.
Anyway, that's all you got to do. Put your plug in. You want to start it up again, and then check for leaks. Check your oil filter, your plug. Make sure all that is good.
How much is left in that?
And then when you're checking your level, like we were doing, you want to make sure your bike is straight up.
It was really tight.
Yeah.
And they get hot and swell and
Yeah.
get tighter.
So we were just saying you don't need to use a wrench on your fill plug. Just do it hand tight, and
Okay.
That should be it.
Then we'll fill it.